G'day there. Welcome back to the RaeSide and literally welcome back to Diana Lee Inosanto to the channel. Diana,
yes.
You're in Australia.
I'm in Australia.
You're here.
Can you believe it? My first time.
First time? Is it actually?
It is so seriously my first time.
Wow.
I've never been here.
Wow. So, and you like got in yesterday or today? Or
Yeah, totally jet lagged.
Yeah.
I was still jet lagged in New Zealand. I'm still jet lagged over here. So,
it doesn't. I don't know if it ever goes.
Yeah,
It'll get you.
Yeah,
It'll get you.
yeah.
I'm so excited you've come all the way down under.
Thank you. I know, it's incredible. And you know, my dad's going to be here in a couple. He's doing several martial arts seminars all around New Zealand, and he's almost 90.
Yeah.
I'm like, Dad, why don't you just relax? And he's just like, no, I'm going to keep going. So that's my dad.
He keeps going.
Yeah, he
Really
does.
does it. Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. Maybe I should catch one of those. You doing it in Sydney?
I don't know, but I just know he hits different cities. So,
okay,
yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, you've just done New Zealand, like you mentioned. You were just in NZ.
Yes.
How was that? That looked so much fun.
Oh my gosh! Yes, it was Armageddon.
Country.
Yes, it was great, and of course, I never realized how much New Zealand is also apparently Hobbit land or Hobbiton.
Yeah,
so
pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah, yes. So, but that's okay because we still had so much fun.
Yeah.
You know, Elijah was there, Andy was there. I mean, it was good, and all the fans were good. They were just great, energetic. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Now, I have a few questions for you after our previous conversation, which was so left such a profound, just imprint.
It was a profound conversation we were having.
Yes. Well,
it was.
to kind of piggyback off that.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you remember, but from our conversation, one of the final questions I asked you was, is there some sort of life advice or omen that you've lived by that you got told and maybe you want to pass on?
Yeah.
And you had this kind of quite elaborate, really interesting answer. And one of the main parts of what you said is to be a force for good.
Yes, and I still believe in that.
Which is to be a force for good.
Oh, you got this. Oh my gosh.
So I have made.
Did you have those made or did you buy?
I got these made. Only two in the world.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I want you to have the other two.
Oh my gosh.
So
this goes with my outfit too. Look at that.
I thought the tan was quite.
Can I put this on?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
There we go.
So good.
Okay.
Be a force for good.
No, it's so true.
It's the biggest. I love asking that question because I genuinely take away what people say, and that has stuck with me. And I just thought,
I'm assuming you definitely must have gotten through Andor, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, and again, you know what I love about that show is. Here, these are people that are not force sensitive per se, but they were absolutely a force for good.
That's so true. They were being a force for good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even without being force sensitive, absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I love that show. You know, Rosario and I were talking about that in Scotland. Yeah, that's why we love Rogue One, which is connected to Andor, and that show has such a profound meaning, and it makes such a profound statement about people just coming together and just doing the right thing. So that's why I love it.
I mean, the whole sequence, the whole show, but the whole sequence, building up to the finale and Gorman and Mon Mothma coming together and all the coming together.
Powerful, just powerful stuff.
I could not stop crying watching that.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
oh
my God. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yes.
It's crazy. We're just matching. I'm so happy now.
I know. We're so vibing. I love this.
This is so good. What else did I have to ask you?
Okay.
Maybe some questions about Karen O'Neill. Right and direct.
Oh, you're talking about my character from the Sensei. Oh, good grief. Good grief.
I threw it right at you with your jet lag.
Yes, totally. Yeah, and then there was a delay. Okay.
Rewind.
Yes.
20,
yeah,
17.
a long time ago. Yep. So, Karen. Oh my gosh. All right. What would you like to know about Karen from the Sensei?
Karen was such an interesting character. Great project, might I say. Because
Thank you.
Obviously, after our conversation...
Because we were so broke making that movie. That's what happens when you're an indie filmmaker. You are so broke.
Just doing it. Just pulling it together. Because I was just so inspired by you and your work and your artistry that I was like, I want to watch this. I watched it. You didn't give me a warning that I was going to cry in it. Multiple times
sorry.
I had. My gosh, when she talks to her family in the hospital scene, like sobbing. The ending, I'm sobbing. When she gets her black belt, oh my God.
Yeah.
incredible story.
Thank you. Thank you. Somebody else was mentioning that to me when I had to do a panel earlier today. Yeah. So it's amazing that, you know, people still watch that film because that was the film that kicked it off for me.
That connected you to Star Wars.
To Star Wars because...
Yeah, that was that connection.
Can I explain to the audience?
Yeah,
so like 10 years before I was discovered for Mandalorian, the Jedi episode, I did a movie, an independent film called The Sensei, where I wrote, directed, produced, and started my own film. And I did that because even though I was, you know, doing stage work, studying theater, to survive in the business, I was a stunt woman, but I wasn't getting my break, and I was starting to, how do I say, age out a little bit. And my mom and dad reminded me, like, you know, Bruce used to, as an Uncle Bruce Lee. Anyway, you know, he had to make his own movie when Hollywood was, you know, giving him shade, and you know, and so I just thought, you know, there are important things that I would like to say as an artist, as a creator, and so I wrote The Sensei, but I had no idea when I would release it. Listen, it was hard because when the movie was released, it was right during the Great Recession. And it was difficult. It was one of the first early films that was part of that crop of films starting to go out on streaming, you know, and to be streamed. And nobody was streaming.
Yeah,
you know, back then.
A new thing. Yeah.
And so I just thought, well, I did my best, but I believed in the message of my movie. So lo and behold, 10 years later, there would be this conversation between Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, and Jon Favreau says, "We got to get ready," I guess. I'm paraphrasing this a little bit, but just a little bit. I just don't want to get anybody in trouble, but it was Mandalorian season 2 they had to prep for, and they needed somebody that could go up against Rosario as Ahsoka. And Jon really felt strongly, hey, let's get somebody that really knows martial arts and who can hopefully act. And so Dave Filoni goes, let me find her. And Dave goes on the internet. I guess it was Google.
Yeah, it's Google.
And he puts woman martial artist, although I also heard badass woman martial artist. I don't know, one or the other.
Write it down. Pen it.
And somehow he found a photo came up, and it was a photo from my film, The Sensei, and it took him to the trailer. And he watched it, and he's like, who is this? And he goes, oh, Bruce Lee's goddaughter. Oh my God, Dan Inosanto's daughter. Oh my gosh, she's a martial artist, and she's an actress. We got to let her read for the role. And it was crazy. That's how Dave found me.
That's how
and I didn't know.
Connected.
Yeah, crazy.
It's unreal. And that's what I love about that whole story. Because, you know, I'm sure, like what you've been saying, like when you made that movie, it was you kind of just having to pull things together to get things shot and done. Is that right?
Yeah, like it was crazy because some of our funding went away, and so really I had to take some equity from the home that we lived in just to get it done. And there were other people.
Gosh.
Oh yeah, I was doing anything.
That is so stress-inducing.
I had to put things. I kid you not, and I don't recommend this to everybody, but
it's not financial advice.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest that.
Oh yeah.
But we got over the finish line, and so here I am.
Yeah. If I could just make comment on the movie, it was such a powerful movie, and because you wrote it.
I did. I wrote it. Yeah.
I cannot fathom that because that was an incredibly powerful story.
Thank you so much.
Incredibly powerful story, and because
I come from a family of writers, so maybe a little bit kind of found its way. You know, my cousin was a writer, my dad was a writer. I mean, grandparents. I think it's because too they were historians and they were teachers, and I wasn't confident at all because when you have family members that are so prolific, and I just thought, but I kept feeling this story inside of me that needed to be told. Yeah, and I'm glad I told it. Yeah, you know.
Well, I just want to say on a personal note, as a gay woman who came up through the church.
Oh my gosh! Okay,
absolutely, just bowled over in just. I felt very connected. I just immediately felt so connected to what you were sharing and what the story was and the characters' journey. It was just so powerful.
And for me, like during the time I wrote this, it was on the heels after Matthew Shepard. Do you know the Matthew Shepard case in America?
I have heard of.
And he was a wonderful, beautiful young man who was murdered for because he was gay. And then my own cousin came out as a gay woman. And then I was starting to see things on the road as I traveled as a martial arts teacher that weren't jiving with me, you know, because I know there were martial arts teachers who owned schools that were having a difficult time whether or not they would allow somebody from the gay community. And I'm like, but wait a minute, we're teachers and we're here to learn, teach and to help people learn how to protect themselves. And so for whatever reason, the way fate worked, I started seeing this story that was weaving. And then the other thing that's important too is, so a lot of people might have heard that my godfather was responsible for a book called the Tao Jeet Kune Do, which was really a series of his thoughts that were put together by a gentleman by the name of Gil Johnson. And he was a big part of the martial arts community, and he was a writer for a lot of top martial arts magazines. And you know, during the AIDS epidemic, I mean, he was out there front and center as an activist, and he was a gay man. And I didn't know that at the time, but I just knew that he was one of the biggest parts of my childhood. I loved this man. He was so kind. He was like an uncle. And so if you notice at the end of the movie, I dedicate it to him and to Matthew. So and they say the best writers are the ones that write from things that they see in life, and that's what I did.
I love that. I mean, I didn't mean for this to be such a Sensei conversation,
I know, but that's okay.
I just it's so present in my mind. The sort of montage scene in the middle where you start training McLean.
Yes. McLean.
I think maybe I just haven't seen enough footage of you fighting. I was oh my gosh, she's really taken those down. Like, you see, you're really like getting in there. So you can still just rip it out.
Yeah, for the most part. My kicks might not be as high. I got to warm up for that, and I only have so many of them in me right now. But yeah, you know, and it's kind of funny that you're mentioning that, because I am working on a couple of scripts with me in it, because that's kind of been requested of me. And it's so for me though, I want to make sure that I don't become a cliche, that I'm not a trope, that I really, if I develop and write characters for myself as well as for others, that there's a certain amount of vulnerability and emotional truth to it, you know? And that's very important for me, so that there is some truth to anything I write, you know?
So good. I want to pry your memory back into Ahsoka and back into Star Wars, just for our final question.
Okay.
We've heard so many wonderful stories, like after Ahsoka came out, and you know, all the wonderful cast. Like, it's such a crazy cast. Like, I just can't fathom the wonderful people that have come together to make that show.
And it's unusual to have what we had. It really is. Listen, I've been in this business for a really long time, and not everybody forms like a family unit. We did. And I don't know if it's because we were living in a world at the time during the pandemic and we weren't seeing our family, so we became like a family unit. So Rae was still alive and with us. Ivana was going through a lot, especially with what was happening in Ukraine. You know, all of us we were just being impacted by world events. And so when you're with a crew and a cast that is pulling together to try to make something special, you know, it really does lay the groundwork to develop really special friendships. And I'm just so grateful for it, you know, because I look at Ivana, Natasha, Iman, Rosario, Rae's family, who we're all still in contact with, and Dave, oh my gosh, and John. You know, to me, they're always going to be like family, and that spirit has actually continued on. I like when I meet with people in the Mandalorian cast. You know, I'm like Brendan Wayne. You know,
I just met him a few months ago.
Oh my gosh, Brendan's like my
one in a million.
Gosh, you know, and I'll meet. I know Katie O'Brien. You know, Katie was actually a martial arts student under my dad.
Oh my gosh, what a
there's a weird, a lot of crossover. Yeah, it's crazy. So and you know, Emily Swallow and I are good friends. I have so much love and respect for Katie Sackhoff. You know, you can kind of just talk to people at any point. You know, and we see each other sometimes out there on the path when we're doing Comic Cons right now, and while we meet our fans, and it's a special thing. I love Sam Witwer. By the way, are you not excited about Maw coming out?
I love that you're excited
Yeah,
about.
I am
I
so
love it.
Sam,
Yes.
if you're watching this,
You
this
will
is
be.
Hannah.
Hi.
Sam,
Let's connect.
You,
Let's
got to
talk.
connect.
We'll talk more.
You're gonna love
we'll
her.
talk Dathomiri things.
Yes. We're always saying us kids from Dathomir. We're always overlooked.
That would be a great show,
Yeah.
actually. Kids from Dathomir.
I know.
It's like a on the block, like a New York City.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's great. There you go. Kids of Dathomir.
Kids of Dathomir, yes.
Oh, I love it. Well, Diana, you are going to have such a wonderful. You got 2 more days of Australians coming up to you saying,
I love this.
Yeah.
And they seem to be very familiar. Like, oh, I know your dad. I've seen your dad. Oh, I know your dad.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
your
We hadn't even
godfather. I know
spoken
your
about
Uncle
it,
Bruce.
no.
And like, oh, cool, you know. I'm already having a great time. I'm with her.
Oh, stop it. You're going to make me blush. You're going to make me blush. But as a token, I know that this is my token. This is our conversation we had at the house.
Okay.
I have one more token for you.
Okay.
On behalf of the Australian people, I guess. I'm gonna go as far as to
Ooh,
say
you're
that.
in a-
You have to have, of course, a koala.
Oh!
Shout out to my mother. My mum made this little shirt saying, "We love Morgan," to show.
Thank you for giving
your
love to Morgan. She's
Australian appreciation.
I know
for
she's
this
been
character.
naughty in the galaxy. That's because she just needed love.
And Morgan just needs to cuddle the koala, actually. That's really...
Yes.
And then...
That's all she
better.
needed from the very beginning when Dathomir was burnt to shreds.
That's all she... Yep, that'll weigh out. That balances out. Yeah. So good. But yes, you
Mom
need a
made
koala.
this, put this together?
Yes,
Oh.
yeah. My mum made it.
Thank you, Mom.
So good.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Oh, this is awesome.
So good. Well,
Give me
thank
a
you.
hug. Oh.
Thank you so much for talking and meeting again.
Oh
Appreciate
my
it so
God,
much.
This is crazy.